Namaste, yogis. Welcome. My name is Alejandro from Flow into Nature. Today we're doing a quick 20-minute flow to really get into the legs. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start right away in a child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch at the back of the mat. Open your knees out nice and wide. Walk the fingertips all the way forward and relax the forehead all the way to the mat. Allow yourself to begin to settle down, letting go of any tension that is unneeded in the body. But since it is a quick class today, I'm going to ask you to just walk your fingertips forward. The elbows will lift off of the mat, and then from there really press all 10 knuckles into the ground and try to send your hips closer towards your heels. It's okay if they don't touch. Some of us have more flexibility than others, but continue to press back. That way we just start to lengthen out the spine, lengthen out the glutes. Feel a nice deep stretch to the sides of the body. Allow yourself to focus on your breath and know that today's class is all about freedom. Freedom today, we're going to move through the joints. And so today, I'm going to give you that choice. And certain poses will be, I'll kind of tell you which joints to kind of keep in place and maybe explore the other joints that you have. Our joints being our points of movement, our ankles, our knees, hips. Our entire spine can move, our shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Allow yourself to find this place, to give yourself the choice today of freedom, especially on your mat. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Deep breath in, fill up. And open the mouth, exhale. If you'd like a different intention for your practice, go ahead and set it now. One more deep breath in. And open the mouth, let it go. We'll slowly rise on up, tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over the knees. We're going to move into some cat-cows. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly. Lift the chin up to the sky. Really finding your back bend, pressing into the hands. As you exhale, cat pose. Tuck the tailbone, round and curl through the spine. Chin comes into the chest. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly, open the heart. As you exhale, press into the ground, round and curl. Inhale, cow pose, open up through the chest, expand through the spine. As you exhale, cat pose, round, curl, press the heart up to the ceiling. Come back into a neutral tabletop. We're going to move into a little bit of balancing dog. We're going to extend our right leg long. Know that if you need to, you can keep the right leg down for a little bit more balance. And this is kind of our beginner portion. If you want to move into more of an intermediate level, maybe you lift the heel off the ground. You can stay right here. If you want the full advanced variation of the posture, maybe you reach that left arm forward. Continue to press into the right hand. Feel the core really engage. We're just going to pulse the right leg here. So moving just the right leg, lift the right heel and down. Lift, down, pulse, 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 pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the left hand down if it was up. Bring your right knee towards your nose. And then bring the right foot right between the palms. Nice. Press into the right knee. Lift yourselves up. We're going to extend the right leg out nice and long. Square the hips. Flex back on your right toes. And feel as you lift your right hip up to the sky. If it feels good and you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, maybe you bring your hands down to the ground. We're trying to lengthen our heart center towards our right toes. And so that's where your energetic connection is created. Continue to press the hips back. Flex the toes a little bit more. Let's take one more breath in. Maybe you fold a little bit deeper, breath out. Nice and slowly rebend the right knee. Just bring the right knee back. Come back to your tabletop. To the opposite side, we're going to kick the left foot back. And again, maybe you keep the left foot down. This is the beginner posture. If you want the intermediate, maybe you lift that back heel. And if you want to go for the advanced posture of this balancing dog, reaching your right arm forward. Feel your low belly and core engage. Notice the little wobbles. It's all right. Beautiful. And from here, lock the upper body. All we're going to do is move, find a little bit of freedom in the lower body. Start to pulse the left heel up. Pulse, 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 pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right foot hand down. Bring your right and left knee into your nose and bring the left foot right between the palms. Press into the left knee, rise on up, and then extend the left leg out. From here, square the hips once again. Lift up on the left sits bone. Flex the left toes, and if it feels good to you, know that you can fold forward towards your left leg. This is a good opportunity also if you need blocks. Know that blocks also provide us a little bit more freedom. They create a little bit more space from the ground up, so that if we don't have that much flexibility through our hamstrings, that might come in handy. Continue to lean the heart forward towards the left toes. If you are here with me, we're one more breath. Inhale. Can you fold a little deeper into it? Exhale. We're going to rebend the left leg, send the left foot all the way back, tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, really press into the hands. Let the shoulders wrap down. We're trying to open up through our shoulder blades, opening up through the back center of the heart, and try to melt the heels down. Know that if you need to, you can always bend the knees, but really pressing into the hands, lift up through the sits bones. We're warming up the legs a little bit more. Maybe you walk out your dog. You can bend one knee, bend the other. This is where I was talking about giving you those opportunities for freedom. And so what happens if we were to lock our upper body? Pressing into the hands, core stays engaged. What movements can you do? Other than bending one knee at a time, what happens if you lift the heels? Know that you can lift one heel at a time. You can bend both knees. You can wiggle your hips side to side. There's a lot of different movements that we can do. So explore. Take some time. Find a little bit of freedom in this posture. Freedom in the lower body. What feels good to you as you move around? Do you need to do a little bit more of what you just did? I'm just giving you the options. Take them. Which one feels good to you? We'll take 3 more breaths. Last breath in. And a breath out. Bend your knees. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, step all the way to the top of the mat. We're going to take a seat. Nice. We're going to move into a little bit of core work. So from here, we're going to move into our boat pose. So boat pose is one of these postures that has a lot of different layers. So we'll start with layer 1. Fingertips right behind the hips, fingers pointing forward. Squeeze the elbows together and lift up through the heart. We're really trying to lengthen the spine. Toes are in front of you. The heels are lifted. You can stay right here. Breathe. If you want to go a little deeper into the posture, layer 2, we can lift up the toes. Continue to lift up through the heart. The hands can still hold you up nice and high. I'm going to stay right here. You got this. Hold it strong. Breathe. Continue to lift up through the heart. Feel the belly pull and feel that whole core engaged. You got it here for 8. For 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, 1. If you need to, bring the heels down, realign the spine once again. If you want to, you can keep the toes down. We're actually going to bring the hands to the heart center so we can find some twist. Take a deep breath and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, twist to your right. Inhales, come to center. Exhales, twist to the left. Center, right, center, left, center, 8, center, 7, center, 6, center, 5, center, right, center, left, center, right, center, left. Give me one more. Center, right, center, left. Come up nice and tall. Cross your ankles. Plant your hands once again. Send your feet all the way back. Really pressing into the hands. Finding your high plank, really engaging into the core. Beautiful. From here, we're going to move into mountain climber. So lock the upper body. We're going to bring the right knee towards the nose. Send it back. Left knee to the nose and back. Feet are a little bit wide, just they help provide a little bit more stability as we move. And at first, we can go nice and slow. Really focusing on keeping the hips low, keeping the hips locked in place. All we're moving is the legs. So moving and lubricating the hip, going straight forward as well. We're doing core work. If you want to go a little bit faster, know that you can for 8, 7, 6, 5. Press into the hands. 4, 3. Last 2. And 1. Lift the hips up and back. I promise we're right about to get off of the hands. Deep breath in. Open the mouth. Let it go. Bend your knees. Inhale. Look forward. As you exhale, walk your feet all the way to the top of the mat. We'll find a forward fold. Option to keep the feet nice and wide. Maybe you want to bring your big toes to touch. Really lengthening, same as we were doing earlier. Try to pull the heart down towards the toes. Relax the head and neck heavy. Know that if you need to, you can bend your knees a little bit so you can find a little bit more ease in the low back. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine, really engaging the core to parallel the spine to the ground. As you exhale, forward fold. Maybe you even grab behind your ankles to help pull you down a little bit more. Inhale, mountain pose. We're going to press into the ground, engaging the legs, the core, the arms. Look up, bring your palms together. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, pressing your thumbs into your chest. Take one breath here. Inhale. Continue to find freedom in your body and your mind. Exhale. Let's move. Inhale, mountain pose. Blink open the eyes. Reach all the way up towards the sky. Maybe if you want a little back bend, engage the glutes. Reach the hands back. Nice and gentle on the first one. As you exhale, forward fold. Hinge from the hips. We lower down towards the ground. Inhales, halfway lift. Create that 90-degree in the hips and the core. As you exhale, high plank, plant your hands. Send your feet back. Inhale, shift forward. As you exhale, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening up through the heart. Pressing into the hands, pressing into the feet, engaging the inner thighs. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take one breath here, reset it. Inhale and exhale. Let's do our sun A 2 more times, bending the knees. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, forward fold, you can step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Move to your breath. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise all the way up. As you exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, mountain pose. Option for the back bend. You can reach up, maybe reach back, maybe you go a little deeper. As you exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips. We lower down. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, plant your hands, feet go back. Your vinyasa. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down halfway. Maybe your belly touches the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. Your variation can be cobra. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, let's move through it. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. As you exhale, forward fold, step or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, mountain pose, press, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, mountain pose, option for your deepest back bend. As you exhale, forward fold to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, Vinyasa, plant the hands. Feet go back. Shift forward. We lower down halfway or to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog to open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Slow back down. Inhale. And press your heart towards your legs. Breath out. Again, if you need any movement here, you can find any sort of shape you'd like. Maybe you want to make it a little different. Maybe you're just holding still. Last breath in. Last breath out. Bend your knees. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, forward fold, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, chair pose. We're going to bend the knees, reaching the arms forward and up. Sit down into your chair. Nice and strong. Beautiful. From here, if you want to, we're just going to make this a slightly different variation. You can bring your hands to the heart center. If you want your feet a little bit wide on this, know that you can as well. What we're going to do is shift all of our weight onto our right leg. We really want to try to find all the way to the right leg, so much so that if I want to, I can lift my left heel. From here, this is going to be kind of like that entry-level posture. This is our layer 1. And maybe you want to stay here. Maybe that's hard enough for you. If you want a little bit more, maybe you flex the left toes and you just lift the left foot off the mat. But instead of lifting the left leg, all I did was lift the left toes. So I'm creating a little bit more engagement. The more my entire lower body engages, the more stability I find. If you want to go for the advanced posture of it, maybe you extend the left heel right in front of you. Keep flexing the left toes. Maybe you pulse out the right leg. Maybe you find different movements and freedom in the low body. Maybe you want to go for the full advanced posture. Try lifting your right heel, finding your balance on your right toes. And I know it can be hard if you fall out. Don't worry, you can just get right back into it. Here for 4. Try to lift a little bit higher. Keep that chair nice and low. Last 3. For 2. 1. Bring the left foot back down. Sink a little bit lower. Inhale. As you exhale, shift your weight onto the left leg. Once again, if you want to, try it out. Try lifting your right heel. And this is our layer 1. If you want to try to move into our layer 2, a little bit more balance on our left leg, try flexing the right toes, keeping the inner thighs engaged, keeping our mula bandha, our pelvic floor, really, really strong to help find stability. Maybe if you want that layer 3, maybe you try extending your right leg out, keeping the right toes flexed. Beautiful. Keep the upper body still. Try to find some movement. Try to find some freedom. Maybe your hips find a little bit of buoyancy. Maybe if you want to go for the full testament of the advanced posture, try lifting the back heel. This is going to be the hardest variation. Oh, I'm wobbling out. That's all right. You got it. Here for 4. 3. Great job. Yes, you can. You got it. For 2. And 1. Bring both feet back down. Inhale, mountain pose. Lengthen the legs. Reach all the way up. Option for a little back bend if it feels good. As you exhale, forward fold to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Beautiful. As you exhale, we're going to bring our left foot behind our right. And I'm bringing my pinky toes to touch and then fold back down. Most of my weight is actually in my left leg, my back leg, just in case you did it the opposite way. Still doing the same thing. Lean your heart down. If that gets too intense, again, you're welcome to grab some blocks. If you want to go a little bit deeper to try to stretch into our IT band, maybe walk your hands towards the back foot. So you're walking, in my case, if you're with me, towards the right side. The left foot is behind me, hands are to the right side of the mat, really trying to pull the heart center towards your left ankle. Breath in. Can you relax in your head and neck heavy? Breath out. Last breath in. And fold a little deeper, breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your left foot back. Switch out the legs opposite way. Right leg behind the left, pinky toes to touch, and fold back down. And again, adjust yourself. First time we do this is sometimes gets a little uncomfortable. Shift most of your weight onto your right leg, the leg that's behind you. If you want to go a little deeper into the posture, maybe walk your hands to the left side, really finding a stretch through the IT band, the outer right side of the hip. Lean the heart down, relax the head and neck heavy. Breath in, breath out. Last one, breath in and breath out. Come back through center, inhale, halfway lift. Bring the toes back to neutral. As you exhale, high to low plank, your vinyasa. Plant your hands, feet go back. Inhale, shift forward. As you exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening up through the heart center. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Walk out the legs. Notice how they feel. After all the stretch, after all the work that they can do for us, breath in. Freedom to move with our legs, breath out. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. We're going to take a seat. Extend your legs out long in front of you. Flex your toes. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, forward fold. Grab onto your ankles, your shins, your toes, whatever may be accessible to you. If you have a lot of flexibility, you can also grab your your wrists behind your feet so that you find yourself into a posture that feels good to you. Really trying to stretch the low back. More importantly, as we flex the toes, engage your quadriceps, your shins, and the more we can engage the top part of our leg, the more we can provide stability for our the posterior chain, the back of the legs, to really find length. Continue to pull the heart center forward towards the toes. Breathing into the low back, into the upper chest, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Last breath, inhale. And exhale. Slowly release the legs. Find a nice tall seat. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left leg. Know that if this isn't possible, you can keep the right leg on the inside of the left leg. But so bending the knee, right hand will come behind us. Inhale, reach the left arm high. As you exhale, twist left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Pull in on the belly. Try to look up and over your right shoulder. Pressing into the right hand to keep that spine nice and long. Take 3 breaths. Know that your breath provides you freedom of movement. With every exhale, can you go a little deeper? Last breath. You're going to slowly rise on up. Come back to center. We'll switch out the legs. Cross the left leg over the right, maybe on the inside of the left leg. Left arm behind us. Right arm reaches high to lengthen and inhale. As we exhale, twist right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Know that you can also hold on to the left knee. Different variations provide the freedom for the different types of bodies, but we still try to inhale and lengthen the spine. As we exhale, we find freedom of movement to open and twist the spine. 2 more breaths. Slowly come back through center. Shift forward. You're going to find a butterfly posture. We're going to bring the heels to touch. Soles of the feet come together. Option to grab onto your toes. Maybe you gently bounce the knees up and down. And if you want to, you can stay seated nice and tall. If you want to, you can lower yourself nice and gently down to the ground. You can bring your hands over your thighs to find a little bit more pressure onto the inner hips to find that external rotation. But again, not pressing down really hard, just letting gravity do most of the work. Take a couple seconds to slow down the breath if it's still agitated. Slow down. If the mind is racing, slow it down. Let yourself be free from all the thoughts you have. Know that they are just thoughts. They are not who you are. Take one more breath in and a breath out. You can keep your hands where they are. Maybe you want to open your hands by your side. If you'd like to extend the legs for a full Shavasana, know that you can. Or maybe you're just going to stay right here with me and just breathe. Allow yourself to melt. Let your body be free from tension, from stress. There's nothing to hold on to. We allow ourselves to just be. And I'll guide you out when it's time. If you need a little bit more time, please take it. Get ready to move on. Just take a deep breath in into the belly. And open the mouth, let it go. If your legs are in a diamond shape, just slowly extend them. Reach your arms up and overhead. Find a full body stretch as you inhale and lengthen. And then as you exhale, just slowly press yourselves up into a comfortable seat. Your eyes will remain closed. Hands will find your heart center. We'll close out class with one breath. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. And open the mouth, let it go. May all beings be happy and free. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center, center of intuition with love, with light. We bow towards each other. How's your practice? How do your legs feel? I hope that helps you so that you find a little bit more freedom of movement in your body, helps you feel active for the rest of the day, and come join us for the next class. Again, my name is Alejandro from Flow Into Nature. If you like the class, give it a thumbs up. comment any questions that you may have about the flow or how to go deeper into your practice. And as always, subscribe so you can stay tuned for what's next. Follow us for the next class. It'll be right there for you.